What if I told you that a young cornerback, once hailed as a rising star, might be eyeing a fresh start with the 49ers? As the team looks to revamp its defense, there's buzz about a talented player who could bring playmaking ability and speed in San Francisco's backfield. Could this be the opportunity that fans have been waiting for? Let's break down what this could mean for the 49ers moving forward. The San Francisco 49ers are on the cusp of a transformative offseason, and the buzz is real as we consider potential moves to bolster our defense. With Robert Saleh returning as the defensive coordinator, there's a palpable sense of urgency to retool a unit that faced significant challenges last season. The injuries and lack of depth in our secondary were glaring issues, and now we have a chance to address these concerns in free agency. One name that has emerged as a strong candidate is Asante Samuel Jr. from the Los Angeles Chargers. Once heralded as a rising star, Samuel's recent injury struggles have diminished his standing. But the talent is still there. As Matt Bowen of ESPN pointed out, the 49ers could be the perfect fit for him. With Charvarius Ward likely leaving in free agency, we're staring at a potential gap in our cornerback position, and Samuel could be the answer we're looking for. Now, let's break this down. Samuel is just 25 years old and was drafted in the second round of the 2021 NFL Draft. Prior to last season, he consistently earned solid PFF coverage grades, showcasing his ability to perform at a high level. Sure, he had a rough 2024 due to a shoulder injury that only allowed him to play 4 games, but that doesn't strip him of his potential. He has that playmaking mentality, quick feet, and the speed we need to thrive in Saleh's scheme. It's like he has the perfect toolkit to not just fit in, but to shine. But here's the kicker. His projected market value is around $11.5 million per season. That's a far cry from the $15.3 million projected for Ward. This presents an intriguing opportunity for the 49ers to snag a younger, more affordable option who still possesses the upside to develop into a quality starter. However, I can't ignore his tackling woes. With a missed tackle rate of 22.2% in 2024 and 14 missed tackles in 2023, it raises some red flags. As a fan, I want a cornerback who can hold his own in coverage, but also step up when it's time to stop the run. So, do I think this is the best decision? Honestly, I'm torn. On one hand, Samuel brings that potential and youth we desperately need in our secondary. On the other, his tackling issues could lead to more problems down the road. But let's face it, rebuilding our secondary with young talent could be the key to sustained success in the future. Imagine if Samuel can bounce back from his injury woes and rediscover that form he had before. The 49ers could be looking at a cornerback who not only fills a need, but also adds a dynamic presence to our defense. The thought of him teaming up with our existing defensive stars is exhilarating. I want to hear your thoughts on this potential move. Do you think taking a chance on Asante Samuel Jr. is the right path? What are your expectations for our secondary as we head into this offseason? And you? What do you think? I want to hear your opinions down below in the comments. As we dive into the latest buzz surrounding our San Francisco 49ers, the discussion centers around potential linebacker acquisitions as we approach the free agency period. Nick Bolton, a name that's been thrown into the ring, may seem like a tantalizing option, but let's break it down. First off, Bolton is young, at just 25 years old come March, and he has established himself as a key player for the Kansas City Chiefs. He's racked up 3 seasons with over 100 tackles, and we all know how critical that kind of production is for a defense. Imagine Bolton paired with Fred Warner in our linebacker core. What a dynamic duo that could be. The thought alone sends shivers down the spine of any opposing offense. However, here's where it gets tricky. Bolton's market value is estimated at around $12.3 million annually. That's a hefty price tag, potentially making him one of the highest paid inside linebackers in the league. And let's not forget, the 49ers are in a bit of a tight spot financially. With the salary cap expected to rise, sure, but do the 49ers really want to allocate that much to one position? Honestly, I'm torn on this. While I see the potential, I also understand the risks associated with such an investment. Don't get me wrong, Bolton has the aggression and the playmaking ability that the 49ers cherish. He's not just a traditional linebacker. He can rush the passer and make plays behind the line of scrimmage. Last season, he had 20 tackles for loss and 14 pressures, numbers that would certainly elevate our defensive game. But let's also consider his weaknesses. He's been inconsistent in coverage and has allowed nearly 80% of targeted passes to be completed against him. That's concerning, especially for a team that prides itself on defensive prowess. We also have to think about our current roster. D. Winters showed promise in his second year, and Dre Greenlaw, while an unrestricted free agent, has been a pivotal part of our defense when healthy. The decision on whether to re-sign Greenlaw or develop Winters further could dictate our approach in free agency. If we decide to let Greenlaw walk, could we justify the cost of Bolton? Or would it be smarter to invest in reinforcing the offensive line or the defensive line instead? The other thing that has me questioning this potential move is the historical context. The 49ers have often placed a premium on solidifying their defense through shrewd, calculated decisions rather than splurging on big names. We've seen this strategy work wonders over the years. So, will they pivot and break that mold for Bolton? As passionate fans, we have to weigh the pros and cons. Sure, the excitement of landing a player like Bolton is palpable, but at what cost? The last thing we want is to overextend ourselves financially and compromise our ability to strengthen other critical areas of the team. And you? What do you think? I want to hear your opinions down below. Is Nick Bolton the answer to our linebacker woes, or should we be looking elsewhere? Does his potential outweigh the risks of that hefty contract? What are your thoughts on how the 49ers should approach this offseason? Let's keep this conversation going. If you enjoyed this breakdown and analysis, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel to stay updated with all the latest news surrounding our beloved 49ers. And remember to activate the notification bell to get all the latest updates. The off-season is heating up, and there's so much to discuss as we gear up for what promises to be an exciting year ahead.